Before starting my transition, I remember thinking, how do I hide 5 o'clock shadow? How do I choose a wig? How do I find a foundation that matches my skin color and doesn't look like fake tan? These are questions many trans women ask themselves at the beginning of their transition. Hi, I'm Kira, a transgender woman and counselor specializing in transgender care. In one of my last videos, I talked about the mental side of preparing to go out and presenting as a woman. If you haven't checked it yet, follow this link. Now you're prepared, you're confident, and you've made the decision to present as a woman. But where should you start? I'll share some tips and knowledge that I learned during my social transition. I try to make them budget-friendly and avoid permanent solutions like surgeries and cosmetic procedures. Hair. Let's start at the top of our body and then we'll move down. First thing is hair. If you already have long hair, you're among the lucky ones, and you can skip this part. But if your hair is short or grows unevenly, bear with me. The easiest solution is buying a wig. There are two main types of wigs, made with artificial and with natural hair. The latter is more expensive, but if it fits your budget, it's the best solution. They are made from human hair, and with proper styling, they can be indistinguishable from your own. As with any type of natural hair, they require maintenance, washing, applying hair products, and drying the right way. Artificial hair wigs are usually cheaper, come in more varieties of colors and lengths, and can be a perfect solution if you want to experiment with your style. I would highly recommend to avoid the cheapest options because of their unnatural look. They look too glossy and the hair texture looks like bristles. It's not recommended to heat-style artificial hair wigs. There is a simple solution to avoid the glossiness of the hair, applying a small amount of dry shampoo. But don't overdo it, because eventually it can look like dandruff. I can't stress enough the importance of styling your wig in a professional salon. Most of them come not ready for wearing. A professional stylist will cut the length and adjust it to your face shape. They can also color and make different hairstyles. It will make a huge difference, and your wig will look more natural. Another thing you should look for is how the wig is made. The best option is a lace-based wig. The hairs are connected to a thin, breathable mesh fabric. When you will open and try the wig for the first time, you will see that the mesh is sticking out, and you should trim it with scissors. But it's better to trust the professional and ask them to do it for you. The last tip: use wig glue. It works perfectly for lace wigs, and you will be sure that your wig will not suddenly fall off because of a wind blow. Personally, I never wore a wig when I started transitioning. I had a very short hair and I just let it grow. From the second or third month, I could do some simple female hairdos. In a couple of months, I went to the salon and dyed my hair. We know many amazing women with short hair, and we can get inspired from them. Growing out your own hair is a long process that lasts a minimum of 2 years. There is a shortcut, hair extensions, but it's a more pricier option than a wig. I will talk about such options in my next videos. There is a difference between typically male and female hairlines. Female ones are usually even and round. Male types oftentimes have a V-line shape with 2 bold spots. If you don't want to wear wigs and have a V-line hairline shape, you can apply colored hair touch-up spray. It's a temporary dye that will hide your baldness and make your hair look more dense and even. Brows. Now let's move down to the face. In 90% of posts on Reddit where trans women are asking about what they should change in their look, I see the same comment: shape your eyebrows. And it's true. Eyebrows are one of the most apparent things that can make your face look more feminine. Men usually have low-sitting, straight, and thick eyebrows. Feminine ones are more thin, raised, and arched. This shape emphasizes and opens your eyes. I knew about the importance of shaping eyebrows from the beginning of my transition, but apparently watching tutorials didn't help me too much. One day, my fiancé told me, "Dear, you have brow blindness. You overplug them in the middle." I trusted her opinion and let them grow. I am so grateful for her advice, because new brows help me shape my eyes. If you struggle plucking your eyebrows, spend a small amount of money and go to the salon. A brow stylist will make the best shape for your face, and the only thing you will have to do is maintain this shape. Next to the brows come eyelashes. They emphasize your eyes and can make them look more feminine. The length of natural eyelashes is in the range between 3 to 10 millimeters. If you want to make them look fuller, consider buying false lashes between 8 to 10 millimeters. Anything above 12 millimeters will bring a dramatic look to your eyes. You should also consider the circumstances and the place where you're planning to wear false lashes. At breakfast in a cafe with friends, you might just use mascara, and it will look fresh and clean. But for a nightclub, you can emphasize your eyes by full volume lashes. Another thing you should keep in mind is your facial features. If you have deep-set eyes like I do, I would recommend looking at longer ones. I have lash extensions that last for 5-6 weeks, and their length is between 15 and 18 millimeters. Anything below this length makes no difference for me. Facial hair. The next point we should talk about is facial hair. It's one of the biggest issues that trans women struggle with. Due to the impact of testosterone, assigned male at birth people have facial hair, and unfortunately, it attracts a lot of attention. Two factors are worth considering. Skin texture is more uneven and rough, and the hair color differs from the skin color, which oftentimes is called the 5 o'clock shadow. There is one permanent solution for hair removal, which is called electrolysis, and the hair growth reduction that I had, laser. Both of these options require a long time and financial investments. Today we'll talk about easy and budget-friendly solutions, shaving and makeup. The right way of shaving is incredibly important. The first stage is preparing your skin in warm water. You can do it by taking a shower or applying wet hot towel on your face. Usually 5-10 minutes is enough to make your skin soft and ready for shaving. Most people immediately take the razor, but they overlook one step, exfoliating. Before shaving, you should remove all dead skin to free follicles and avoid ingrown hair after. You can use a soft exfoliating sponge or chemical exfoliators, usually glycolic or salicylic acid based. Once your skin is prepared, you can start shaving. Always apply shaving cream or gel to minimize friction and irritation. I highly recommend using a good 5-blade razor and not overusing them. Shave with long strokes without causing extra pressure on your skin. Once that is done, wash your face with cold water. It will close the pores and make them less visible. After that comes moisturizing lotion, and you are ready for makeup. Makeup base and foundation. The first stage is applying the base for makeup. Depending on your skin type, you may consider using a pore-reducing, moisturizing, or oil-controlling base. You should try and see which one works better for you. A makeup base is necessary for the better adhesion of the following makeup products and prevents pores from clogging. The next step is applicable for light or medium skin tones, using a color correction stick. A 5 o'clock shadow usually has a bluish or grayish color, and we can compensate for it with orange color. Apply a thin layer of orange color on the places of hair growth, and then blend them with a beauty blender or a big makeup brush. It will help you even out the gradient on the edges. Don't get scared if you will see an orange-colored face looking back at you in the mirror. It's fine, and you're doing everything great. The same principle works for reducing red spots on the face, but in this case, we use a green corrector. The next step is applying skin concealer. It reduces dark spots under eyes and helps with face contouring. Usually, it should be 1 or 2 tones lighter than your foundation. And on this step, we can meet another issue: how to choose the color of the foundation. The biggest mistake you can make is buying it online without trying. No online guides or instructions will help you choose the right color. I spent a lot of money ordering foundation online, and every time it failed. But what worked for me is going to an offline store and choosing the color on the spot. Make sure that the store has good lighting inside, or preferably a natural light coming in. This way you will know for sure that the foundation color matches your skin. The other option is asking for help from the store consultants. I know that it can be hard to ask in the beginning, but usually people working in such stores are supportive and willing to help you. They know their job, and with high probability, they will choose the right color from the first go. While applying the foundation, don't forget to blend it in on the neckline. Applying makeup only on your face can make your head look like it doesn't belong to your neck. The next step is using fixing spray. It's done so the makeup lasts as long as possible and doesn't smudge. The only thing you should bear in mind is not using fixing sprays with the glow effect. They emphasize the skin texture and some facial features that you would prefer not to show. Matte sprays usually work best. The final step is applying setting or baking powder. It will make your face look more matte and will even out the skin texture. You should apply only a small amount on your face. Otherwise, it will look cakey and have that theater stage look. I advise following a simple recommendation. Apply as few makeup products as possible. Transgender women oftentimes try to hide as much as possible of their masculine features with extra heavy makeup, thinking that more is better. Unfortunately, it's the opposite case. Less is more. You want to look like a good-looking woman, obviously if that is your goal, and not a stage performer. The next time you go on the street, pay attention to the makeup of other women. Usually it's the minimum amount that just emphasizes their beauty. Of course, in the beginning of transition, trans women have to use more makeup products, but in time you will have to use less and less. It will come with practice and undergoing permanent changes, like cosmetic procedures or surgeries. The last advice. And the last advice is practice. A lot of practice. You may watch thousands of tutorials, but your hands and mind should get used to something new that you never did in your life. Once you achieve the desired look, record yourself on camera, but don't watch the video right away. You will see some flaws and will have the desire to fix them immediately to achieve perfection. There is no need to be very hard on yourself. Just do your best at the current time. Watch that video in a couple of days and make a list of things you would change. It will help you structure your future work on transition. All of these steps are just the very beginning of a lifelong journey, but even they sometimes may feel hard and complicated. This is why I think it is crucial for transgender people to stay united, help, and educate each other. More experienced ones can share their knowledge with those who are just starting, and the ones who are in the beginning can inspire us and remind us of gender euphoria all of us had. If you enjoyed watching this video and want to support my gender transition, please consider donating for my sex reassignment surgery. You will find the link in the description below. Thank you for being with me. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and see you soon in my next video. Bye!